Hey guys, and welcome to the first episode of the new Versus series on the channel. A couple days ago, I asked my Discord for video ideas, and someone suggested I have each rank challenge the next one up to see what separates the ranks in Rocket League. So today, I'm going to be analyzing a game of 3 golds versus 3 plats to try to figure out what separates the ranks. But before we get started, currently 98% of my viewers are not subscribed to the channel. So if you're watching and end up liking this video, please consider subbing if you haven't already. It's completely free and you can unsub whenever you want. Anyways, without any further wait, let's get into this. Alright guys, let's get into the first episode of the new Versus series on the channel. Today we're going to be watching a game of 3 golds over here on the orange team versus 3 plats on the blue team. Like I said earlier, the goal of this series is to try to figure out what separates the ranks. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to watch the gameplay of a gold player throughout the course of this game, and then I'm going to switch over to a plat afterwards, and we're going to be breaking down what each of them is doing right, what they're doing wrong, and how they can play better. So hopefully this is a little bit educational for you all. Hopefully it helps you improve. But yeah, without any further wait, let's get into this, starting with the player view of one of the gold players. We'll look at All Out first. All right, straight away from the kickoff, you can tell this is a little bit of a lower ranked lobby. This kickoff is just not optimal. I'm not going to dwell on small things like this. If you don't know how to properly kick off, go watch my fast kickoff guide, or watch any kickoff guide for that matter. This is bad, but I won't waste my time talking about it. Okay, so ball actually spits out kind of well for gold. Looks like Plat's going to start with possession, though. Ball's in the corner here, and okay, this is a bad road. Okay, this is bad. And, of course, they get scored. Okay, I could have told you they were getting scored on before that even happened because of All Out's rotation. And if you don't see what's wrong with All Out's rotation here, then I'm going to rewind it, and I'm going to explain specifically why this is bad. Okay, so I want to rewind just a little bit farther, and let's watch it from here. Okay, after the kickoff, All Out sees a few things. He turns back to his side of the field and he sees his teammate playing this ball in the corner. He sees his other teammate upfield that's going to be out of the play for a while. And so he needs to be thinking right now, my job is to cover the net. And he kind of gets that, but he does something wrong here, and I want to point it out. Okay, right here he sees his teammate has the ball. So his teammate has the ball controlled in the corner, which gives All Out the luxury to take a nice, easy route here, be very efficient with his boost, and put himself in a good position. So if I'm All Out, what I'm doing here is I'm picking up boost, 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 turning back post and reading the play. But instead, what All Out does is he misses that boost. Does he miss this boost? Okay, no, he doesn't miss this boost, but then he power slides into the center of the net. And the reason this is so bad, we're gonna have to rewind to show you exactly, is because by doing this power slide in the middle of the net, All Out is, one, not efficient with his boost, because right now he has 89 boost. You might think that's fine, but the truth is he could have 100. He could have 100 boost right now. But the bigger problem is he power slides into the middle of the net and he just completely kills all his momentum. So right now, after he sees this ball come center, he has to start his car from a complete dead stop. Whereas a Beagle with a Deagle has been watching this play unfold. And so even though they both make the decision to go for this ball at the same time, All Out and a Beagle with a Deagle is going to beat him by half a second, because All Out has to spend, 12 boosts just accelerating from his dead stop. And that's the difference between a plat player and a gold player. This tiny gap between the two players all comes down to All Out doing that slightly suboptimal rotation and power sliding and completely killing his momentum. So if we go back and All Out fixes this power slide rotation here, I don't even know what to call this. If he rotates around properly and carries his momentum, he's meeting a Beagle with a Deagle, maybe even beating him to this ball, and it's a clear and there's no worry at all. But instead he gets beat and they're down 1-0 11 seconds into the game. But anyways, we expected that Plats were gonna start out with the lead, so let's keep watching and see what happens. All right, I like his pathing there. Goes and picks up corner boost. Let's see what happens here. I like this patience here. After he sees the ball go into their corner, he sees his teammate in front of him, so he's smart and he doesn't just He's not a zombie just following the ball. He waits for his teammate to go up and see what happens. Let's see here. 50 spits up. He goes for it. Okay, they whiff, so it looks like he whiffs, but this is actually not his fault. The other guy whiffed, so he would have 50'd it if the other guy didn't whiff. Let's see what happens here. Okay, what is he doing? Okay, all right, all out. Let me talk to you about something here. Pause. Let's take a look at what's going on in this play here. All Out sees a couple things. Okay, he sees that Loggy Bear is sitting in net. This is looking dire. This is not looking good for him. But what he has to think is, what is my role in this play? Okay, there's a few things that could happen if TJ does or doesn't hit this ball, right? They could just get scored on here, right? And then whatever All Out does doesn't matter. But the thing that All Out should be playing for is the scenario where Loggy Bear saves this ball. So if Loggy Bear saves this ball, All Out has to be thinking, where do I want to be? If I'm All Out, I'm picking up this boost right on the back post right now, and I'm sitting there waiting to go for a clear. But instead, All Out sees the ball in front of his net, he's panicking, he completely shuts off his brain, and he just drives straight towards the ball. And look, now he's cutting rotation. Him and Loggy Bear are going to be maybe double committing for this ball. I don't know. And look, he's not even first. Darth is going to beat him because he was cutting rotation. He has no business going for this ball, and he should be sitting on the back post preparing for a shot. But instead, he flails at this ball, he misses, and he gets bailed out by his team. So, oh well, they didn't get scored on. But that rotation there was very indicative of a gold player. He completely shut off his brain because the ball was in front of his net. And even when that happens, you got to be using your head. You got to be thinking, where do I play next? And just rushing at the ball when it's in front of your net is not always the best move. But okay, his team clears the ball and the play continues. Let's see what happens. All right, I can tell you right away, because this is gold, this is clearly All Out's ball, but since this is gold, you already know they're double committing on this ball. Okay, well, oh well, they actually get a good 50 there, so we see what happens. I think All Out forgot that he didn't have boost. Okay, yeah, so this is just, he's a gold player, he doesn't realize that he has 12 boost. In this scenario, what I'd be doing is I'd be driving up that left wall, because when this ball bounces, it's going to bounce too high for All Out to reach it with just 12 boost, but I'm guessing he's not looking at his boost, and oh well, he doesn't hit the ball. Okay, let's see what happens here. Okay, so this ball gets sent out. Okay, this is bad. Something you have to understand in threes is that your opening to hit the ball is very small. After you make a touch, your job is to hit the ball and then get out of the play, so that way your teammates can come up and, you know, generate an offensive attack, clear the ball, do whatever they need to do. So after All Out misses this ball, he sees his two teammates. He needs to be getting back around, getting behind them, collecting boost, doing whatever he needs to do, and letting his teammates develop some sort of offense. But by lingering on this ball here with no boost, he's not actually really doing anything other than keeping his teammates back. He's forcing his teammates to stay back when they probably both have 100 boost and want to generate some sort of offense here, but they can't because All Out's up, sitting on this ball, and basically forcing them back. So he should have just rotated out. Let's see what happens next. So now he's rotating out finally. This is what you want to see. And ball's in their corner. Okay, so this is a little awkward. His teammate should be farther up here. Loggy Bear should be farther up here. And this is what's awkward about rotating when you're in the lower ranks. His teammate should be way farther up here, but because his teammate isn't farther up, All Out's a little awkward, so I don't mind his positioning here, but I would like to be a little farther up. Okay, so looks like he has a good setup here. This should be... Okay, it's not a gold. I forgot he's gold. He doesn't have quite... The aerial mechanics aren't quite there. But this is a beautiful setup. This is a cookie cutter setup for a goal. He could either jump up, hit this ball in, try to double tap it. This should be a goal here with both of those guys back in net, flat-footed. But since he doesn't quite have the mechanics, it doesn't quite pan out. So oh well. Rotates back. Let's see what happens next. Okay, All Out's rotating around. He's kind of just watching the play. I like this. He's being patient. He sees his teammate up. Okay. He hears his teammate go. Oh, okay. His teammate missed. That's a little awkward. Let's see. Now, okay, that was bad. All Out's got to recognize something here. When he sees his teammate power slide, this is a really awkward situation to be in because his teammate, truthfully, should not be rotating ball side. But when he sees his teammate turn there, he's got to know this is not my ball. Okay, you're facing backwards, All Out. Your teammate's facing forwards. You got to rotate back post, get around, and let your teammate go for this ball. But instead, they double commit, and this could easily be a goal. This could have easily been a goal. Whereas if All Out is back post right now, there's no worry at all. But luckily, it gets sent over, so wipes the sweat off his forehead, and he's fine again. All right, this is a problem. Right here, All Out has to understand something. Okay, he sees his teammate miss the ball. He knows his other teammate is behind him. So right now, All Out is the first man. He basically has to go for this ball. If you're the first man in threes rotation, which means you're closest to the ball, especially on defense, you have to force hits out of the other team. You can't just wait and let them generate whatever kind of attack they want to generate. And he just sits front post and lets the Plat player do whatever he wants. And this might be a sign of him being a gold player as well. But if I'm All Out here, you got to get up on the wall. You have to get up on the wall, apply some pressure, try to win a 50, keep this ball in the corner, do whatever you can to keep this ball away from the middle. But by waiting here, this could easily be a goal. Eagle's going to send it center. Is he going to score that? Okay, so once again, they get lucky, but that could have very well easily been a goal on the golds here. All right, nice clear. I like that by All Out. Even with low boost, he's staying in the play, which is good. Okay, so this is a clear sign of a gold player. While the play is going on, something that will differentiate a lower ranked player from a higher ranked player is what they're doing while they're off the ball. And All Out here, while he's off the ball, he's watching the play, but he's not doing anything to prepare for what's next. It actually almost looks like he's trying to dodge these boost pads. Like, he picks up that one boost, and then there are so many boost pads he could be turning and getting right now while the play unfolds, and he just drives in between all of them. So he's sitting 0 boost here, and he's making this much harder than it has to be for himself. So his pathing could definitely just be a little better, is all I'm trying to get at. Okay, so this is his ball to go for. He's a little slow, almost gets scored on. Luckily he put it wide. Let's see what happens. Okay, once again, this is another situation of not understanding what his role is. Here, he sees Loggy Bear in the top left of his screen. He knows his teammate is behind him. Once again, All Out is the first man. He's got to know when the ball is his and when it's not his. This is clearly his ball. There's no way you could be stopping here, especially with 42 boost. Basically, what I've been noticing this game is all the time, the golds are stuck on defense. And it's pretty clear that that's because they don't understand defensive roles. And if you don't understand defensive roles, I highly, highly suggest you watch my defensive rotations video. It's one of the first videos I uploaded on the channel. But basically, you got to know when the ball is yours and when it's your teammates. And this is clearly All Out's ball to push up on. But by him waiting, he's just letting the Plats set up more attacks. And like, luckily, they haven't got punished more than once yet, but this could easily be a 3-0 game, 4-0 game by now, just because of how the golds are playing defensively. Okay, so luckily, once again, the ball gets sent by their net, and they don't get scored on. Ooh, that was a bad boost miss. And it's clear the golds don't really know how to get the ball out of their zone. This is very awkward from them. They're double committing. Yeah, this is just not ideal. Okay, so this is an example of All Out not understanding his role on offense. So when you're on offense, there's generally 3 roles, okay? You have one guy up on the ball, playing the ball in the corner. In that situation, this is Loggy Bear. You have one guy watching the clear, which should be All Out right now in case there's a 50 and the Plat team tries to send it back their way. And then you have one guy sitting center. Right now, All Out should know that his teammate is to the left of him. Because we saw him just a couple seconds ago. And so he should be sticking to the right here to try to support Loggy Bear, basically. But what he does is he slowly drifts across the field to the center here. And he basically cuts off his teammate. Like, he has no business being here, and now his teammate is just stuck behind him. And he's driving in circles, and he has no purpose. And eventually just turns around and goes back. So Gold could have had an offensive attack there, but he doesn't understand what his role is. He needs to be following his teammate. He needs to be following Loggy Bear here so that he can keep this ball going center or do something more. But right now he's driving around. He's purposeless. But okay, lets his teammate go in front, and now he's moving over to the center, so now he should be watching the center ball, and he gets demoed. Okay, that's fine. This is fine. Let's see what happens next. He's playing back, his teammate's on it. Okay. He is really far from the play here. There's no reason All Out should have driven this far back. Once again, it's almost like he knows that he's playing against Plats, which, I mean, granted, these people, when I brought them into the lobby, they do know what team's Plat and what team's Gold, but you can't, no matter who you're playing, you can't give them this much space. Like, this is just gonna lead to goals. When you drive back like this, he sees his teammate here. I would be waiting, turning now. He sees his teammate is clearly hitting this ball. He should turn around. And yet he keeps driving all the way back to his net. He does this power slide thing again where he completely kills his momentum. So now he's starting from a dead stop with 89 boosts. He's going to use 30 boosts just to get started up. And even after he uses his 30 boosts to get started up, he's still too late to the ball because he's still out of position. And look, they get scored on. So at the end of this, I'm going to give the summary of what I think separates a Gold from Plat. And so far, one of the big things is definitely defensive rotations, this weird power slide thing in net, and basically not knowing how to play defensively. Okay, let's see what happens here. Should be his kickoff. Oh, okay, Plat's free to go to kickoff. Nice. Oh, he almost got that boost steal. That was close. I like that he's getting out of the play here. Oh, little wave dash action. Not bad. Okay, okay, what's going on? Can anybody even understand what's happening? I think the Gold should have scored by now. You know what, it's fine. Okay, okay, this is just devolving into a ball chasing fest. Let's talk about this. Even if everybody in your lobby is ball chasing and playing like idiots, that does not give you the go-ahead to ball chase and play like an idiot. If All Out sees his teammate up here, like, I don't know why he's going for this ball. I don't know what he thinks he's producing here, and the Golds are consistently wasting their attacking opportunities, and it's making them stuck on defense because they don't really have, like, they have no direction. Nobody's trying to center the ball. Nobody's waiting for the pass. Nobody's, there's no plays going on. It's just all of them chasing the ball. And All Out's got to do his best to break that cycle here. He has no business going for the ball. But okay, he's rotating back around. Let's see what happens. He's got 100 boost. Okay, this isn't optimal. He once again killed all of his momentum by stopping in net. What I would actually be doing here is I'd be doing donuts around the back post just to keep my momentum. But I like that he's being patient here. This is a good thing. He sees his teammates up and he's being patient, which is good. Okay, he gets bumped by his buddy, beat to the ball. Is that another goal? Come on, guy. Come on. All right, so I guess this is kind of the difference between Gold and Plat. If I had to say one thing, as a Gold player, you definitely need to work on the basics with quick aerialing and wall play. Those have been the two things that have stuck out to me so far, is that the Golds can't seem to keep up with the Plat's speed to the ball when it's in the air and speed to the ball when it's on the wall. And this is sort of a product of bad positioning and also just not having enough speed to get to this ball. And so All Out gets beat by a Beagle again, just like he did at the start. All right, so he's rotating back post. I don't mind him rotating up front post. This is actually fine here because he knows he has a teammate behind him. So this is fine staying up on this ball. Okay, pushes a little too far, and this is all right. They're getting the ball out of their zone. Let's see what they do on the offensive. Yeah, so it's clear they don't understand. Like, the Golds have no sense of roles on offense. Like, right now, the guy up there should be trying to center the ball, whereas Loggy Bear should be backing him up if the ball gets cleared to keep the pressure on, and All Out should be moving to the center. But Loggy Bear is basically just mirroring his teammate, and there might as well just be one of them up in the corner there, because they're both covering the same thing. Like, they're providing Loggy Bear is providing no support by being right on his teammate's tail and positioning like that. So they lose another offensive attempt because they clearly don't understand their roles on offense. So once again, the Plats have all the space in the world to do whatever they want to do to All Out. Let's see what happens. And do they get scored on here? No. Okay. Another close call, but This game has been really dominant in the Plat's direction, and I think that's pretty clear to see why. Okay, once again, the all out is first here. He sees his teammate turn to the right, drive off screen. He needs to be turning to the left here. Right, he sees both of his teammates behind him. He needs to be turning left here and going for this ball. He's first man once again. But instead, he drives behind him, like almost bumps his team. And what was he even doing? He's picking up that 12 boost? Why'd you pick up that 12 boost? There's a 12 boost. There's a 12 boost to your left. If you would have just turned left, there's a 100 boost over there. Yeah, that guy missed it, I'm nearly positive, but he drove all this way to get this 12 boost. This is just not a... Oh, well. Okay, so he gets up there. Aerials. Let's see what happens. Okay, I like that he's rotating. He understands that he shouldn't be ball side. He's at least coming around a little bit. I'd like to see him rotate like a more heavily back post, but this isn't the end of the world. There we go. He pressured the ball. That's exactly what you have to do as the first man. That was some of the best defense I've seen from him. Okay, so once again, like these defensive rotations are keeping them stuck on defense. So I'm gonna switch to all out player perspective just so we can see why they're getting stuck on defense. Right now, if I'm all out, I see 3 boost pads ahead of me. I'm going 1 boost, 2 boosts, 3 boosts. Turn right, don't power slide, just turn right and sit back post. But instead what he does is he makes a beeline for the net. Like this is not what you want to be doing, because now he's facing backwards. His teammate's already going to be the one going for this ball, so it doesn't matter if you're looking at this ball right now. I would just be collecting boost and then checking the play after you see what happens with your teammate. But instead he's sitting in net and like he's doing nothing here. Like by rotating the way he did, he makes himself useless. But luckily, the Plat team messes up here. TJ completely whiffs an open net, and he has time to recover and make it clear. So, I guess it works out. All right, so once again, he's playing patiently. Okay, this is a classic example of his being on a gold team. Loggy Bear should be rotating behind his teammate right now. He should be getting behind all out, covering the net, but instead he cuts him off in rotation, and now they got double committing. He's sitting under the ball. This is awkward, and they almost get scored on again. All right, and then that's the end of the gameplay from the gold side. All right, so big takeaways here from the gold player. Repeatedly, the same mistakes that were coming up were bad rotations on defense, not understanding your role, when to go for the ball, when not to go for the ball, whether it was on defense or offense, and basically giving the Plat team as much space as they want. So I think here, even if All Out doesn't have better mechanics, even if he plays this game again with the exact same mechanical ability, but just refines the way he's moving around the field, he can put himself in much better positions to come out on top in these challenges on defense, on offense. But the way he's playing is basically enabling the Plat team to do whatever they want. So now I want to switch over to the Plat team's view and talk about what they're doing. We'll watch a Beagle with the Deagle and go over what they're doing right and why they are basically so dominant in this game. All right, sure, from the start, we can already tell the Plats have much more mechanical ability than the Golds. That's expected. He does like a sort of modified speed flip here to go for the boost, so he obviously has a little more mechanical ability. Turns around, and you can already tell he's just much quicker with his movements, with his power sliding, with his cuts, and so he's going to get to the ball much quicker than the Gold team is going to get. Okay. I don't really know what that maneuver was, but his mechanics made up for it. So this is not something I would recommend doing, this little donut here, but maybe he knows he's playing against Golds. And even so, all out rotation that we talked about at first being the way it was allows a Beagle to basically do a donut and still beat him to the ball. So Plats get out to a lead. All right, so Plats definitely have a little better understanding of the kickoff too, just watching that there. And the speed is definitely more there. Rotations still aren't perfect, but speed is definitely there. All right, good idea. So you can tell the Plats are thinking one level higher than the golds, and that the golds never took their eyes off the ball, whereas the Plat sees the balls above here and actually goes for a bump. So I like that play a lot. So he's a little awkward here. His rotation is a little yikes, but he half flips and he gets out. That's one thing I also never saw a gold player do. None of the gold players could half flip. So if you're still in gold and you don't know how to half flip, look up a half flip tutorial. Highly recommend you figure that out, because it's one of the staple mechanics that you just have to know. So Plats are on offense here. I like the challenges so far. He's being good with his boost management, and you can tell just looking at this play, the golds never positioned this way on defense. The golds were always facing each other, whereas the Plats have TJ on the ball right now, Darth playing back post, and all out rotating behind. And I guarantee you Plats are going to alleviate the pressure here just because of the way they're rotating. And if golds could do the same thing. It doesn't take, high level mechanics to properly drive your car in a circle, to properly follow your teammates, basically. But the Plats doing that here is what allows them to basically maintain pressure 5% of the game. So he's waiting back post, he waits for his team, moves up, and they're clearing the ball already. Plats are already on the offensive again. You can tell the Plats are definitely just more comfortable driving around. A gold would not drive backwards and feel comfortable hitting this ball, but Beagle does. And we saw, so just watching the gameplay, you can see the level of mechanics is definitely higher. Beagle is wave dashing, he's half flipping. None of these mechanics are crazy high level, but they're little things that do separate Plat players from gold players. So let's see what's going on here. I actually don't, okay, so this is one thing. So this is one of the first big things that Beagle has done wrong. Right now, he knows his teammate is behind him. He knows he has 14 boost. So if I'm Beagle, or maybe he doesn't know his teammate behind him, but he should know that his teammate is behind him here. He should be going boost, 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 back post, and letting TJ push up. Because with 14 boost, he's really not doing much here. But what he does do is, let's take a look. He just drives back into his net, power slides, and if all out hits this here, it's a goal. So he's not adding anything to the defense by being where he is. He needs to be rotating back post, playing for the scenario where TJ does make this save. So TJ hits it, and all in all, they're okay. All right, that was a little bit of a mistake. Definitely, he should have taken his time here. He's got 27 boost. He has no business just passing this ball to the golds. I would take more time controlling this, but he kind of just sends it away. Luckily, his teammate is there to pick up the slack, and let's see how they rotate around now. So the ball's on the left. I like that he's moving. He's kind of moving up the middle. He's a little better. He doesn't completely kill his momentum like All Out does. He kind of keeps some of it going. But really, like at all ranks here, you should be driving back. You see the balls bouncing around to the left. You pick up middle boost here, and then you pick up the boost on the right, and you loop around the back post. But it's clear that at these ranks, people don't quite understand the concept of back post rotation, so that's all right. Okay, so he's waiting center here. So the Plats definitely have more of an idea of what they're doing on offense. TJ shouldn't be going for this ball, but it's clear he wants to bang it off the wall and center it for his team. Darth is positioned to center it. And it looks like Beagle is going to come to the center and look for a pass here. So they just, and just look at the difference between the Plats and the golds here. We saw this play earlier, but look at it from the Plats point of view. The golds just look so silly on defense right now. Like they're not doing anything. They're just sitting ducks. And this could all be fixed by slightly better rotations on the gold side of things. So right here we see the difference between Plat mechanics and gold mechanics. That was almost a nice goal. The idea there was good. I like that. So right now, you can see the golds never position like this on offense. Like, this is how you should be positioning. You have one guy in the corner on the ball. You have one guy on the left. That's Darth right now watching the clear. And a Beagle is waiting for the center here. Darth should not be chasing this ball. That's not his job. Actually, you know what? Actually, it is okay that Darth chases this ball because it's going so slow. But you could just see that the Plats are positioning better. They're trying to create opportunities, and they're ready to score. Whereas golds had no sense of direction when they were on offense. And you can see that the aerial speed is just higher with Platinums. Alright, there's a little mechanical mistake. It's one of the first ones we've seen. So I like here that, this is what I would do. I like here that a Beagle is getting behind his team. He's a little far rotated out because they're on offense, but I like that he moves behind Darth at first. The idea there is good. So Loggy Bear should have been first to that ball, but he jumped too soon, so oh well. And once again, like, the Platinums are positioning to create plays right now, whereas the Golds are literally just sitting in net, letting whatever be done to them that the Plats want to do. And they almost get scored on again. All right, this is a little lack of awareness. Once this ball spits out this way, there's no reason Beagle should be reversing here. He should just be continuing driving out, moving behind his team and letting his teammate push up on this ball, but he drives backwards and he actually, of course, he actually, because this isn't his ball to go for, and he backs up and hits it, his teammate's probably furious right now. Darth probably would have scored this ball, but he saves it. And that's just an awareness thing. After you hit the ball, just get out. If the ball's over your head, get out. Do not chase balls that aren't yours. And that's gone both ways. That's been on the Gold side of things and the Plat side of things. Okay, so that was the worst rotation we've seen from the Plats. I'm not going to comment on it because it was just bad, but once again, I like that he's being patient in net. He sees his teammates up there, and that's a good challenge. It's a good 50 to play passive. Once again, this isn't his ball to go for. He's lingering on balls that aren't his. He should just be getting back around because he's serving no purpose by being behind this ball. Like what is he doing here? Finally, he gets back to net. Okay, we're good. That's a nice hit, and just the ball control is better. And so he scores that one. And that was another classic situation of Golds giving Plats too much space, and they get punished for it. So that was a nice play. All right, let's keep watching and see what happens next. All right, yeah, this is the confusion on the Plat side of things. They missed the kickoff, so this is going to be awkward for a second. Yeah. Beagle should just be chilling for a second here, letting his teammate go for the ball. Don't drive up on this, just let Darth go, and yeah. So he half flips, and this is bad. This is real bad. Okay, so they should be scored on there. We're gonna pretend that play didn't happen. I don't got nothing to say. Okay, once again, even though the Plats are better than the Golds, obviously the Plats aren't doing everything right. And once again, this is not his ball to go for. He should be rotating back around into net, covering the net until TJ makes a hit. But instead, he's like what was the purpose of that? You're just setting up the Golds to score on you. He needs to be getting back around there. But luckily, they clear the ball again and back on offense. So this is not his ball to go for. I like that he backs off. Oh, he bumps his teammate. His teammate shouldn't have been there, so I don't blame Beagle for that one, but okay. Darth has got that. And yep, this is a goal. So that was just another example of Plats having slightly quicker speed. I like his kickoff here. Yeah, the kickoffs are just obviously much better for Plats than Golds. Golds were just flailing at the ball, whereas Plats have some sort of idea with what they want to do. So he sends the ball into the corner here. I don't like that pre-jump, but, you know, oh well. I like that he's getting out here. Okay, this is a mistake. This is something that separates a Plat player from a Diamond player and Diamond player from Champ player. Like, this is a middle to high rank mistake that I see all the time. If your team is on offense, do not go back to your corner. You are killing your team's offensive opportunities by going back for this corner boost. I know it's tough being low on boost, but what he has to do here is he has to turn right, pick up this boost, this boost, this boost, and try to support his team. 36 boost is enough to double jump aerial and touch the ball pretty high up there. But instead, what he does is he goes for this corner boost, and I'm sure it completely kills his offensive pressure. Because he could be middle right now. This could be his ball. He could be sitting there in the middle, ready to score this, but instead he's back picking up 100 boost. And it's not something, look, you're not going to lose the game because of this, but you just lost an opportunity for a goal. And that's not a small thing, so. Okay, so here I like that he's playing defense. He's aggressive because he knows he has a teammate behind him. And ball's just kind of sitting up there. He's got to be patient here. Nice. Hits the ball there. Oh, this could be a goal opportunity. Oh, that was actually a nice save from the gold. I did not expect that. And he should just be waiting center here. This is nice. He knows his teammate is behind him. This is another situation of his mechanics are better, so he feels comfortable going for this ball. But even though he can hit it, it's still not his ball. He sees his teammate on the right side of the screen. You can kind of get a glimpse of him over there. Either way, he should know his teammate's there. This is not a Beagle's ball to go for. Even if he hits it, it's going to be rolling so slow into the net. It probably won't matter. He's got to be getting out. And this is one of the second or third times we've seen this same type of play happen. But I like the wave dashing here, and obviously the mechanics are just that little bit more sound with the Plat players. He's comfortable to hit this ball off the wall. He almost makes a goal out of that play there. But this isn't a bad hit from him. He's kind of cutting rotation. I like that he half flipped out there. That was beautiful. He knew Darth was pushing up. He had no business being up. That was nice. And just another example of Plat's being a little stronger mechanically than Gold's there. Ball comes to the center. They almost score again. And looks like things are about to be a wrap here. They almost get a goal at the last second there, but yeah, this game. Alright guys, so now that we've seen Gold's and Plat's play, I want to talk about the difference between the two, some key takeaways, what you should be thinking about in your games, and really what separates a Plat and a Gold. So from the start, the biggest thing that separated a Plat and a Gold, in my opinion, was rotations. The Plats had a sense of direction. It wasn't perfect. They often made mistakes that the Gold players were making, but at least the Plats had some idea of how to develop an attack on offense, how to rotate defensively, and it was clear they constantly had the pressure on Gold because Golds didn't know how to position defensively. They didn't know how to get the ball out of their zone. And this is the kind of thing that can be implemented in your games instantly. Just knowing when to go for the ball, knowing when to wait, knowing when to move behind your teammates, knowing when to let them take it, are all things that are super simple to implement in your games, but will make a key difference. And I think that was the number one difference between a Plat player and a Gold player. Like, obviously, okay, we saw some mechanics that were different between Plats and Golds, but really just the rotations are, I think, what gave Plats the biggest edge in this. But in terms of mechanics, if you're a Gold player and you're looking to improve, what watching these players play showed me is that honestly, you don't need to do much to hit Plat. You just need to focus on the basic mechanics. So the mechanics that we saw Plats use that Gold didn't were half flips, that's one big one, wave dashes, that's another small one, and then quick aerials. Quick aerials were clearly better on the Plat side of things. So if you're a Gold player, I think those are the things you got to focus on. You have to make sure you know how to half flip. You have to make sure you know how to wave dash. You're implementing them in your games, right? You're half flipping and wave dashing consistently, and then also you can quick aerial. You can get up to the ball when it's in the air. Other than that, I mean, those were the real takeaways that I have from this game. It's clear that the difference between a Plat player and a Gold player isn't that large. I mean, this game, all things considered, even though Plats were pretty dominant on the field, it only ended 3-0. And so that goes to show you that the difference between the ranks isn't big, but there are definitely some things that stood out between Plats and Golds. And so hopefully this helped you guys, and now you know how to get out of Gold if you're stuck in Gold. Anyways though guys, that is about all I have for this video. If you did enjoy this, it's a new kind of video, so I'm just testing things out. But if you did like this video, I'd like to know what you guys want to see next. Do you want to see Plats versus Diamonds, Diamonds versus Champs, Silvers versus Golds? I'd be happy to analyze any of those games. So leave a comment down below if you're interested in that. But yeah, that's all I've got. Thanks for watching guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.